So it looks like a lot of you folks liked my last top 5 video that was about ranking, in my personal opinion, the current top 5 S rank agents in ZZZ to start off 2025. Now I'm not sure if a lot of you stuck around and watched because to some of y'all's opinion it was absolutely terrible because I had Juyun at number 5, or if it was because we all got to yap in the comments about our personal opinions on what our top 5 list is and was able to compare. But nonetheless, it was my second or third highest viewed video as of posting, so I took it as you all liked it, or maybe you all disliked it and laughed at my list. I mean, I don't know. Whichever it is, we're back with another top 5 video, and this top 5 video will be about the current top 5 A rank agents in the game. So make sure to sit back, get some damn snacks, get some drinks, because it's gonna be a good video. Little disclaimers before we get into this. 1, this is my opinion. I'm not the end all be all. I am not claiming to be the honor one when it comes to making these kinds of lists. This is just my personal opinion. At the end of the video, if you agreed or disagreed, I want you to scroll your ass all the way down to the comment section and let me know your top 5 A rank agents list currently, and let's see how close or how far our list differs. Secondly, I'd hope we all know this, but I'm gonna say it for those that maybe don't, and that's every agent in this game can clear content, so don't be hurt if you don't see one of your favorites on this list. You can make any agent in this game viable depending on how much time you invest into them. And lastly, my ranking is scaled off of usefulness to a team's composition, not just raw power, hence why Miyabi was number 2 on my last list as opposed to not being number 1. Also, we won't be talking about each agent's mindscape, so keep that in mind. Also, for any new or newer players getting into this game, undeniably the top 3 A rank agents on this list will definitely help kickstart your account, so make sure to stick around to the very end to see who's there and who you should prioritize. But before we get into this list, make sure to hit the sub button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any more of these future top 5 lists. I already got another top 5 list in mind coming out soon, so make sure to sub the fuck up so you don't miss out. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Currently we have 10 A rank agents in the game, so crunching down 5 of those agents and giving them the boot was pretty hard. But nonetheless, once I figured out my 5 agents, figuring out where each one deserves to go was pretty hard. Taking into account all that they provide and how likely an account would use each one due to usefulness, it got a bit sticky. But after some time I figured it out and I'm pretty confident in my list, and honestly would think a lot of you would agree with it too. So to kickstart off our number 5 slot, I got Ambi. I didn't feel right putting this agent here as I felt that maybe she could have deserved higher, but after some time thinking, I ultimately decided to place Ambi at the number 5 slot. See, Ambi is our only A rank stunner in the game and could be argued our only free-to-play stunner option in the entire game due to Lycon and Collided being limited standard agents, and you could go months or even years before seeing either one of them on your account. Also, which is cool, is that every account gets an Ambi for free at a certain point in the story. Now I fully believe, just like in the last list where I put Juyun at the number 5 spot for being one of the best limited S rank agents in the game, solely based on her element and how she's the only DPS ether agent, this is kind of the same sentiment for Ambi. If you're like me and don't have any stunner agents on your account due to being a newer player and not being able to attain the limited stunners because you have L rated luck, well, Ambi is your solution. There's nothing too crazy about her kit, but she's a great free to play option for a stunner that doesn't require a ton of investment to get her up and running, and can fit into a variety of different free-to-play team comps. She's also extremely easy to build, can be used as a designated sub DPS due to her ultimate having high scaling and her basic attacks as well. Overall, a solid free-to-play stunner that can easily be accessible when you need it. Nothing too crazy, but due to her convenience, got her at the number 5 slot. Onto the number 4 slot, I got the homeboy Seth. See, this was a difficult decision, but I felt like it was just right to put him here. With the sheer lack of A ranks in this game, you can only imagine how diverse the free-to-play options would be, as there's currently only 3 shield characters in the game, and one of them is a limited S rank. It was ultimately down between Ben and Seth, but even though Ben is a better shielder slash defender than Seth, it ultimately came down to him being able to buff anomaly proficiency through the ally he shields. In a meta where anomaly characters are the pinnacle of DPSs carrying teams throughout endgame content, having a free-to-play option like Caesar where not only can your support shield, but also increases anomaly proficiency, and makes him an all-around support unit that can take your anomaly teams to the next level. Seth is one of those characters that I have but haven't built yet due to having so many agents on the go that I still need to build, but once I can finally swing around to him and build him, you best believe he'll be seeing some on the field time. So for those of you that may have the bro Seth collecting dust and wants a mini Caesar and Rena put into one, maybe give him a shot. Bro's not only fun to play, but provides a ton of utility to the team for just an A rank. Seth is really flexible in different team comps. As long as he's in the team with an anomaly agent, you'll be able to maximize his full kit. His buffs also last quite a bit, minimizing his on the field usage time time, allowing you to do more damage with your other 2 agents. And lastly, he's pretty easy to build. Bro was the first A rank agent to be released in 1.1 and is still holding up very strong. Now we're entering the top 3 range where these 3 characters are definitely the top tier A ranks in the game. And to kick off the number 3 spot, I had to give it to the homegirl Lucy. Lucy is a really good off-field support / DPS agent. She's able to deal off-field damage due to her summons, while also providing the whole team with an attack buff after casting her EX special attack. Lucy is technically a universal agent, but if you want to see her full extent of her kit, she excels in fire and physical team comps. She's fairly easy to build, but you will have to hunt for attack main stats with certain disc pieces and stack crit damage and crit rate and attack on substats. And we all know how that normally goes for us. Pretty shitty. Her playstyle is pretty fun and unique, and is also one of my agents that I still need to fully build now that I can finally whip up a fire team. So for those of you that were sleeping on Lucy, y'all definitely need to pick her back up. Now on to the number 2 spot. Boy oh boy, this was one of the hardest decisions to make. They are both the A rank goats in the game, and deciding which goes in the number 1 slot was pretty hard, but ultimately I had to give the number 2 slot to Nicole. Nicole is a free agent you get early in the game, and she can practically be put in any team comp imaginable and still performs at a high level. The thing that makes Nicole so great is that she's able to reduce defense with her enhanced basic attacks and dash attacks, which is a huge plus that can unlock more damage done on your team faster. She's also able to group up enemies with her EX special attack, which is great for faster clear times. Nicole is one of those agents that will be a really good free to play option for a long time. She's super easy to build and was one of those agents that carried my team early on in the game. She unlocked so much more damage on some of my team comps, it was insane, and really showed her value to me when I only had 1 S rank agent on my account. And now that I've slowly been growing my account up, she still is someone I use frequently. Nicole is an agent that holds so well in the game that I don't even consider her being an A rank. She's one of those agents that everyone should have built. So if you have Nicole and she isn't built yet, you might need to get on that. Now, onto the undisputed number 1 A rank agent in the game currently, and y'all know for the culture I had to give it to the boy Billy. See, Billy is the best DPS in the game. Alright, let me stop trolling. I'm sure you guessed it. I had to give it to the homegirl Soukaku. Soukaku is the best A rank agent in the game due to the sheer amount of buffs and effects she's able to provide to your team. And before Astra was Miyabi's go-to pocket support despite being an A rank, Soukaku is able to provide a universal attack buff that can also increase the next party member's damage and has a really long uptime, which in turn minimizes her on-field time, allowing you to deal more damage with your other agents. She is also able to freeze enemies easily and also provides an ice damage buff to ice agents. Soukaku can technically be put on any team, but thrives the most in ice team comps. She also, if built right, can be a DPS as well. Soukaku is an agent that I slept on earlier in the game, but due to Miyabi's release, definitely opened up my eyes to being able to see what she was capable of. Soukaku is fairly easy to build, focusing on attack main stats and substats with a hint of crit rate and crit damage. It doesn't take a lot of investment to get the ground up and running for her. So please, if you have Soukaku, build her ass up. If you don't, maybe try to get her on one of these next banners that she's on. But yeah, that's my top 5 A rank agent list. If you agreed or disagreed, let me know your top 5 list in the comment section down below, and let me know why you had certain agents placed where. As always, I'm curious to hear the community's opinion on my takes. For those of you that are new here, my name's Smagsan. I make ZZZ discussion based videos that spark up talks between us, the community, and eventually going to be covering Ananta and Arknight's Enfield. If any of these spark your interest, make sure to hit the sub button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos. Make sure to join my Discord to be a part of future events that could feature you in an upcoming video. Link is pinned in the comment section down below. Just wanted to say thank you all for 2K subs. The last video pushed me over the hump to 2K, and I couldn't be more grateful, so thank you. For those of you that are wondering why content isn't being pushed out super fast as before, well, I used to make content back in the day, and when I would go through burnout phases, I would just totally drop making content in general and eventually start to cycle back up again months or maybe a year down the line. But I wanted to be different this time, so I decided when dealing with burnout, I'd post maybe once or twice within a week, and that's kind of what's happening right now. I still want to remain somewhat consistent, so I always try to hold true to that 1 or 2 vids a week, but not to worry, just as I suspected, burnouts come in phases, and I feel like I'm gonna have a surge of back grinding out videos every other day, so don't worry because I'm not going anywhere. But at the end of the day, you all that tune in and comment and interact with me is what makes me continue to stay consistent and is indirectly helping me achieve my dream. So thank you guys very, very much. If you enjoyed this top 5 video, I'm sure you'll enjoy either one of these videos on screen. The one on the left, we yap about how Zenless Zone Zero has ruined gacha gaming for me, and the one on the right, we yap about the top 5 limited S rank agents at the time of recording. That's all I got today for you freaky frogs. I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace, peace.